Drake came back after he dropped 3 tracks in 24 hours, and this beef is turning into a full-out war. We've got countless tracks, and we've got a lot more to come. It doesn't seem like this is going to end anytime soon. So before we get into Drake's newest track, remember to like the video and subscribe, and let's get right into it. So it's been a crazy 24 hours. Kendrick dropped 3 records. He dropped 616 in LA. He dropped Meet the Grams after Drake dropped Family Matters, which crazy diss record. That was amazing record. All these records are amazing. This is some of the best work we've ever gotten from either of these artists. After Family Matters, which was a great track, Kendrick dropped Meet the Grams, where he apparently exposes that Drake has a daughter. Sort of just brushing over everything that happened. I'm sure you guys heard this record and have seen the clips of people breaking it down and everything. But Meet the Grams drops and exposes that Drake has an 11-year-old daughter and that he's been hiding her and not really being active in her life. And then he drops Not Like That, which is like a West Coast club type banger. And this song's a banger. Like, this song is gonna be up in clubs and people are gonna be saying OV ho for a while, like all summer. This is a good record. This is definitely great. And then Drake, just now, within an hour of me recording this video, dropped The Heart Part 6. Great name for the record. I figured he was gonna name it that, or make like a timestamp type record or a timestamp named record. Immediately, Drake is on the defense in this record. We just got 3 Kendrick Lamar records in 24 hours and a Drake record. We're getting a lot of music from this. So far, what do we have? We've gotten First Person Shooter, we've gotten Like That, we've gotten 7 Minute Drill by J Fold, we've got Champagne Moments, we've got Push Ups, Euphoria, 616 in LA, Family Matters, Meet the Grams, Not Like That, and now The Heart Part 6. This is a crazy beef. This is definitely insane. We're getting a lot of music, a lot of great music. And this club type record that Kendrick dropped is definitely one that, he's wanting people to sing along to and wanting a hit to stick. This is definitely a great move by him, because I've always thought that if Kendrick was gonna attack this in any way, this would be the best route to take, having a club type banger that has a lot of replay value, because Kendrick's style necessarily isn't for everybody, and everybody's first reaction to a lot of the diss records were, oh, this has no replay value, even though he's charting top 10 with every record he's dropping. People are like, oh, this has no replay value. None of Kendrick's music has replay value, apparently. But he needed to drop a record like this that would stick around in the clubs and that everybody would be singing, where he's sort of making fun of Drake. And so this is a great move by him. This is definitely a 10 out of 10 calculated move. And it's crazy that he recorded that in the morning and dropped it that evening. Definitely very catchy. And Kendrick dropping 2 records on the same day, what it makes me think is that he's pressuring Drake into dropping a record quick, into responding quick, and sort of just slipping up, saying something that'll be perceived badly, or just dropping a whack track that'll get people to say that Kendrick's washing him, because I'm not gonna lie, right now Kendrick sort of is washing him. Kendrick is definitely in the lead in my books, but that's only because he's put out a lot more. He's put out the more quantity, and he's definitely in the lead because of that. And there's always going to be a recency bias. I feel like every time that one of these guys responds, people are going to be like, oh, he cooked, he's up, blank, lost, whatever. But I think that Drake replying is definitely a great move, Drake replying when he did and replying in the way he did is definitely a great move, because he's on the defense here. He's sort of defending the things he said, or that Kendrick said about him, and he's not really pushing back on the claims that he made on Family Matters, that he doesn't really have the receipts for. Unless he's coming with the receipts, there's no point to really keep pushing those. And he is mentioning this stuff again, but he's not really, it's not at the forefront. He's mainly on the defense in this record. One of the biggest things is Drake addresses the daughter allegations, and he says that they fed Kendrick's camp fake information to get him to say something stupid. And if this is true, dude, this is huge, because this puts a hole in all of Kendrick's disses, and I think this puts Drake up huge. This probably puts Drake in a position where he has the advantage, and he's probably going to win this back and forth, because he's able to compromise Kendrick, as Kendrick's saying, and he's able to get him to say something that's not true, and sort of discredit any of the things that Kendrick has said thus far. I think that this is a great move by Drake. If true, this is huge. because there's no proof of Drake having a daughter. You know, people are throwing out this one girl who, she's a kid actress and she looks a little bit like Drake. She was in a J. Cole music video for that song he did with Dirk. And honestly, I don't see much validity to this, because I feel like if she's around, if she was in that music video with Dirk and J. Cole, she's around people in the industry, and if people know about her in the industry, there's too many people that would have to know who she is for it not to slip and for somebody not to leak it. And I also think that Adonis only being able to be hidden for a year makes me think, like, how is Drake gonna hide a daughter for 11 years? You know, I don't see much validity to it. So unless the receipts come for that, I'm not really gonna believe it. So, you know, it sort of makes me believe that Drake might have been feeding Kendrick fake information. This might be true. Like, this might be true, and this is gonna put Drake up big, honestly. I think that's a great move. That's pretty funny if Drake was able to feed him fake information. If this is true, another thing is Kendrick is probably going to reply with another 2 to 3 records, honestly. He is on Drake's neck. He does not like Drake. He wants to end this man's career, and if not, like, you know, put a really big stain on it to where less people are working with Drake and less people are willing to mess with Drake. And you can just see it in the tone and in the way he's addressing Drake in all these records. So I think we're going to get a Kendrick response, if not by the time I drop this video, very soon after, within 24 to 48 hours. And it's crazy how fast these guys are moving, dude. Usually in a back and forth, we'll see, like, you know, a week between responses, if not a few weeks, or people will wait to respond to their next album. But these guys are responding within the day, like 24 hours, one business day, these guys are responding to each other. So that's pretty insane to see. We haven't really seen something this high with this many eyes on it going this fast. So it is sort of hard to appreciate the moment, because everything's moving so fast, everything's happening so quickly, we're getting new information by the day. So I mean, this is a historic moment. Like, y'all gotta sort of sit back and take in this moment and really enjoy it for what it is, because this is something we're going to be looking back on in 5 years, and, you know, we're going to be like, damn, that beef was crazy. Like, this happened, this resulted all from that beef. You know, who knows what's going to happen, but we're going to be looking back and be like, damn, this is, like, you know, this is the biggest beef of all time. This is the greatest rap beef of all time, and it is insane that we're witnessing this firsthand, and it's, you know, it's just going by so quick, but we're getting so much great music from it, and, you know, I love it. It's exactly what hip-hop needed. It needed some competition. It needed some sort of back and forth. There's something to get all the eyes back on hip-hop after people have been saying that the genre is sort of at a standstill. I think Kendrick is going to reply soon. I think he's going to reply with another Meet the Grams type record, honestly. I'm not sure what else he can come with. The only really thing he can come with is receipts of what he already claimed. I don't think there's much new information he can come with, but we'll see, man. We never know. This is going way crazier than I thought. If you had asked me 2 months ago where I thought this was going to go, it would not have been anywhere close near this far as it's gone. You know, kids are being mentioned, family members are being talked about. It's a crazy back and forth, and this is going to be historic for hip-hop. This is gonna get a lot more eyes on hip-hop and a lot of eyes on all rappers, really. How do you guys think this beef's gonna end? Who do you think is gonna win? Personally, right now I see Drake winning. I think he's moving very calculated. He's sort of very confident still. He's still trolling on IG, so I think he has something up his sleeve. But what do you guys think? Have you listened to this new Drake record? What do you think of it? Let me know in the comments. Remember to like the video and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.